Oh, let it shine on me. Just let it shine on me. Yes, I wonder if the light will shine on me. Yeah, let it shine.
Poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the principal leaders of the civil rights movement in the United States. King challenged racial discrimination and segregation, and he was a prominent advocate of non-violent protest.
Long way to go, but I think the important thing is that we are making progress.
King was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. He was ordained a Baptist minister at the age of 18. King then graduated from Morehouse College in 1948, and then from Crowther Theological Seminary in 1951. He met his future wife, Coretta Scott, whilst he was earning a doctoral degree in systematic theology at Boston University. King led the black boycott of segregated city bus lines in the mid-1950s. In 1956 he gained a major victory as a civil rights leader when buses in Montgomery, Alabama began operating on a desegregated basis. King and fellow civil rights activists founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, or SCLC, which earned him a greater platform to pursue further civil rights activities. His campaigns in Birmingham, Alabama, Selma, Alabama, and St. Augustine, Florida, were strategic efforts to promote civil rights for African Americans. During these protests, hundreds of marchers were assaulted, arrested, and jailed. In 1963, King spearheaded a march on Washington, which brought together 250,000 people. An end to racial segregation in public schools, and meaningful civil rights legislation, including a law prohibiting employers from racially discriminating, were among the topics discussed. In 1964, Martin Luther King Jr. was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. King and the SCLC attempted to organize a march from Selma, Alabama to the state capital of Montgomery, Alabama. The demonstration was aborted due to violence against the participants caused by outraged citizens and the police. The day has since become known as Bloody Sunday. This was a major turning point in an effort to garner public support for the civil rights movement. King's plans for a Poor People's March to Washington were interrupted when he took a trip to Memphis, Tennessee, in order to support sanitation workers who were on strike. On April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed as he stood on the balcony of the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis. James Earl Ray, a career criminal, pleaded guilty to the murder and was convicted shortly thereafter. In 1983,
we've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.